Hi students, and welcome to week 9 in your online lifespan growth and development class. Happy halfway through the semester. You did it. We are on the back side or the second half of the spring semester. And from experience, these are probably the fastest 8 weeks of the entire academic year. So keep up the good work, keep working hard, and the end is nearing. So before I get into into week 9, chapter 9, I wanted to make sure that you have the date of the midterm exam on your calendars. It's a midweek. It's a Wednesday, March 26th due date. And I know that's a little unusual for our class. Things are normally due on Sundays. So please note this midterm exam here due on March 26th. It will cover chapters 1 through 8. When I have students ask me what's the best way to prepare for the midterm exam, I always tell them, obviously going over notes that you've taken, reviewing the chapters that you've read, but because a midterm is not over new content, you've also taken a quiz over each of these chapters. And I think that is a great way to review those quizzes to prepare for the midterm, kind of take inventory or note of what you remember, what you might need to brush up on after looking over those quizzes. So if you're trying to navigate back towards those quizzes you've already taken and you use the modules, it's going to think you're wanting to retake them and not let you open them. So this is the exception of a time I want you to navigate outside of our Canvas modules, but you'll actually need to go over here to McGraw-Hill Connect LTIA. Click on that, go into your course, and then your screen looks a little bit different, and then mine will start showing grades, so I can't pull that up. But you'll see it'll have assignments. You'll click back, and then you'll be able to go back into those quizzes that you've already taken, and it'll show you what you got correct, what you got wrong, what the correct answer was, all of those elements. So it's a great study guide for this midterm exam. Okay, so that is information on your midterm exam. Again, reminder due March 26th. For the week, we are focusing on chapter 9, which takes us into the stage of adolescence. My goodness, what a stage, right? You've journaled about this stage already, kind of getting your thoughts back around like what it's like to be a teenager, especially a young teenager. And so this week, we are going to have a video assignment in Connect over puberty and what is going on with brain development during puberty. You have your quiz number 9, and then you have another assignment that becomes part of this lifespan portfolio you've been working on all semester. So let's take a quick look at this assignment here. This will also meet, in addition to being part of your project for the semester, it also will meet student learning outcome number 3. So what I want you to do is I want you to keep a media diary for one day, a 24-hour period. I think it's very advantageous to do it for longer, but for purposes of this assignment, it just needs to be a 24-hour window. And I'll be doing this right alongside of you. I think every semester it's a good idea, even for me, to go in and check and see where my time on screens is being spent, how much time, etc. So how you keep this diary is completely up to you. You're going to turn it in. I'm much more interested in your reflection on this diary information data instead of like judging you or getting into like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they play video games for this many hours of the day. That's not the purpose of this assignment. The purpose of this assignment is for you to capture where your screen time is being spent, and then you're going to answer these 3 questions based upon this information. So collect this information, but really what I'm going to be digging into and grading are these 3 questions here. So provide this for me, but don't worry, like be honest is what I'm trying to get at. Don't feel like you have to make it look perfect, because then you're not getting as much out of the assignment if you're not being honest with where your screen time is really being spent and how much time is being spent. So I know we all use, and I'm going to say screens differently, because not everybody has social media, not everybody plays video games. Maybe Netflix is the thing you use for your screen time. Whatever it is, kind of capture those 3 top ways that you spend your time looking at a screen. Think of the number of texts you get a day. Are you getting those on messaging apps or regular text messages? Again, video games. All of those things are included. I want you to just kind of have a sense of where your time is being spent on the screen. Reflect in these three questions. And when you're answering these three questions, there's not a preferred format or length or, word count, anything like that. Treat these like you do your journal. Make sure you fully answer all parts of the question, and that's how long it needs to be. And feel free to kind of flow your thoughts just like you've done in your journals. And you've been doing an excellent job in your journaling. So kind of keep that the same as you answer these three questions here. And then turn that in. This will only be something that I see. Your classmates won't see it. But I am always surprised. I think I do a good job of not spending a lot of time going down. For me, it's the Instagram hole, rabbit hole, but you may be surprised, you may not. You may have a good handle on where your time is being spent. But I hope this helps you reflect so that as we talk about the influence of things like social media and online presence as it affects the development of the stage of adolescence, some of you may still be an adolescent, some of you may not, but you can take your own experience with this tracking and kind of make some assumptions or kind of hopefully get closer to the material that we're talking about with screens and adolescents during this chapter. All right, please reach out to me if you have any questions. Good luck on your midterm exam. The Connect assignments and the quiz and this social media tracking or screen time tracking those are due on Sunday. Have a great week, everybody. Take care.